Geachte prominenten, beste familie en vrienden, but most importantly, dear graduates of the class 2023. Congratulations! The chance of you being born in this world is 1 out of 400 trillion. This is the probability that you were born at the time you were born, with your specific parents, with your particular genes. That means that you are incredibly lucky to exist. More so, the fact that you are standing here today, that is probably the most impressive part. Because today is a special day. It's the start of a new chapter in your life after years of hard work. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jana Peeters. I am a moral counselor, afkomstig van de Limburg. Er zijn er nog, heb ik gehoord. And proud alumni of the VUB. Today I stand here in front of you as an alumni of the class 2013, 10 years ago. And I would like to share with you my VUB story. That story didn't begin in high school like many of the scholars, but in South Africa. I was abroad for an internship as a social worker when something happened that shocked the local community of Vingerkraal. 17 children were burned while trying to put out a fire in a township. The children were playing soccer when the first fire started and they took matters into their own hands. This is what the papers said. What you did not read in the papers was that while they were trying to put out that fire, the children were driven into a corner of the land. On the other side was a wealthy man owning a big lodge, and that man wasn't happy with the township. He was trying to extend his property, and when the children were caught up by the fire, their only way out was to escape through a fence. The landowner wasn't keen on trespassers and denied access while holding them under gunshot. That day, 11 children died. 6 children that survived were severely burned. Outrage, anger, just a few of the things I felt. I talked to a former teacher of mine. He called himself Nenagoog. It sounded a bit like an exotic species, like a special kind of springbok. We got to talk as I realized that being sorry or being angry did not change the situation for anyone. Not for me, but especially not for them. The best advice I got that day was knowing something is just not enough. You need to undertake action. If you feel an itch for helping others and you want to make a difference, you scratch. Use that opportunity to undertake action, and that man had a point. As I would say in South Africa, hierdie is de man met een plan. In the years to come, I did not change the world. But a week after our conversation, I started fundraising, and I collected money for solar panels in the township. The people of Vingerkraal could avoid fire hazards without the use of candles, and I got to meet people that also wanted to make a difference in their spare time. We started an NGO, Kiewit Fonds, and over time we supported 27 projects, built 2 daycare centers, and only last week the last brick was laid on a new community building in Vingerkraal. Between the itch and that last brick, something important happened. I started as a student at the VUB. The words of my teacher got stuck to me, and I was intrigued by what they called humanism. Little did I know that I would make a career out of it. First by working at the VUB, want ik ben zo'n plakker, and later on for the Mens Nu. It seems a mouthful, a vrijzinnig humanisme. But I would rather rely on science to understand the world than on revelation, faith or superstition. Beste mensen, de mens staat centraal. To my surprise, the VUB was stuffed with critical thinkers. Wereldverbeteraars, eigenzinnige mensen, rather unconventional, but always compassionate. Unlike my previous experience, the learning opportunities were not limited to the classroom. They were all over the campus and also in Brussels itself. While I was finding my way into this urban jungle, there are 3 things that I learned about the VUB species. First of all, we know that our textbook probably won't change the world. As Obama once said, passion is vital, but you've got to have a strategy, because doing nothing is just not an option. Secondly, humanism and critical thinking is our answer to social challenges, extreme opinions, and fake news. And last but most important, VUBers are people that rather build a bridge than build a fence. Dear graduates, the world needs people like you. People that get up in the morning and make a difference in their job and their personal lives. From this day on, you are no longer a student, but an ambassador of the VUB. You have filled your backpack with knowledge and now you are on your way. And even though you do not know where you're going, you are walking, and it's up to you whether you want to walk around with an itch or not, and whether you put it to good use. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be the future generation to make a difference, and we all can't wait to see that happen. I wish you all the best. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Jana Peeters.